The order blocking full SNAP payments for tens of millions of people is now extended to just before midnight Thursday. The U.S. Supreme Court made its decision as lawmakers appear close to ending the shutdown. But all this is happening as a mother of four struggles to feed her kids healthy food. Atlanta News First anchor Sydney Stallworth spoke with a woman who says this month's partial SNAP deposit is not making that easy to do.
One woman here in Jonesboro tells me that when she received her November partial SNAP payment, she couldn't believe her eyes. The Georgia Department of Human Services says that folks could receive up to 65% of their usual SNAP payments for the month of November. But Teresa Braggs didn't even receive 10% of what she usually would get. And now she's trying to use that money to feed four children who rely on these benefits.
I get $449, supposed to be starting this month. When I checked my account, I have $36.13 that they released to me, and I have four kids.
Teresa Braggs is a single mom working a full-time job and still reliant on SNAP benefits.
I have a pretty decent job, but taking care of bills, trying to buy food on my own is a struggle. It really is to be a single mom.
She says she knew November SNAP payments wouldn't be in full because of the government shutdown and the new federal directives blocking full SNAP payments, but she never anticipated the amount deposited into her account would be so low.
What can you do with $36? What do you think?
Buy some bread, cereal, milk, but even the cost of food is going up, so it's not much that I can buy, and that's not gonna last for four kids. That's not gonna last. Not even a week, maybe 2-3 days.
The government shutdown has been going for weeks and could end as early as Wednesday, but Teresa says she feels lawmakers don't realize the impact on families like hers.
Cutting it back, but they're not really thinking that most of the time, most of the things are for the kids. So even though I may need to eat myself, I basically have my food stamps for my kids to make sure that they can eat. So my money that I get from working a full-time job can go towards bills and go towards buying clothes, shoes, and any other things they need.
Teresa says she's had to lean on SNAP as a life-saving tool before.
In August, I had an accident where I had a slip and fall and I fractured my spine. So with that, I didn't get paid that time being off. I had to rely on the food stamps to make sure they were eating.
And she says she knows other parents could be in similar positions.
They could have little babies where they can't afford daycare or things like that. I've been through that, so where I couldn't afford daycare and I had to stay home. But luckily I did have food stamps and was able to still feed my kids. That's the most important thing to me. So I'm just hope and pray that everything can go back to normal.
Teresa tells us the support of her family has helped her get through the SNAP cuts during this government shutdown. The Georgia Department of Human Services says that it factors in household income and other deductions into November's SNAP payment amount. In Jonesboro, I'm Sydney Stallworth, Atlanta News First.